Hi everybody, it's Marcy, and I'm working on my Stashbuster junk journal, and I'm working on letter T tags. So a page idea using tags, an embellishment idea using a tag, and a tag or card idea using a tag. So you missed the embellishment because I forgot to turn the camera on. But all I did for that is I used this little bitty tag and put a fussy cut image on it, put clear embossing ink over it just to give it a little bit of a sheen, put some string through it along with a safety pin. And I think what I will probably do when it goes in my journal is put down a little swatch of fabric to slide the safety pin through and have it hang down just as a little, like a price tag type thing. Just a cute little embellishment. Okay, so next I want to do my page idea using a tag. This is my page. This is going to become my tag. And this is some paper from the pad I've been using, and I just backed it onto a scrap piece of file folder that has distress ink all over it. So, and I did that ahead of time because I wanted to give the glue time to dry. So the first thing I need to do is actually turn this into a tag shape. So use my trusty rewards card to cut my corners. And I want to round my bottom edges. And of course, ink around it. Don't let me forget to punch the hole for the tag. Okay, the back of it's not going to show, so don't need to worry about that. Okay. Punch my hole. And put on my reinforcer. Okay, I'm going to go, even though this is going to be glued down on my page, because I always sew around my tags, I want to sew around this as well. Otherwise, it would be weird for me to have in a journal. Okay, this tag is not sewn around. Yeah, I'm not going to, but normally I sew around my tag, so I'm going to sew around the tag and I'll be right back. I sewed around my tag, and now I've got three little, let me back up. My tag to take up the vast majority of the page, I've made 5 inches wide by 8 inches tall. And I've got these little strips cut 1 inch wide by 4 inches long. So what I want to do is I need to, this one it doesn't really matter. I'm going to mark the back of my strip at 1/2 inch. So 1/2 inch there. Now you don't have to do this if you want to eyeball. If you can eyeball straight, great, or even relatively straight, great. I am not able to. Okay, so now I'm going to take my crocodile hole punch, and I'm using the 3/16 inch hole punch, and I've got my paper guide at, I believe it's 3/4 inch, although that doesn't look, we'll see. And I'm going to punch using the line I made to get roughly in the center. Yeah, that is about 3/4 inch. Okay. See, this is why I measure everything and don't do guesstimates. Okay. So got that. And now I'm going to round my corners. And ink around it. That way it'll be ready to go. And I've already done the other two that I'm going to use. I just wanted to show you how I was doing it. So you won't have to watch me do 3 of them. Okay. Now, I want to put these on my tag in 3 different spots. Now this I'm really not going to measure. I really am just going to kind of eyeball this. But what I'm going to make is slotted little slots to go in here that I can put more tags or ephemera or anything I want to in them. Don't want it too close to the top just because since that is a tag, I'm actually going to put some ribbon or some sort of trim through the hole. Just to make it a more authentic tag as opposed to just something that looks like a tag, even though it's going to be glued down. Okay. And again, I try to get these as straight as I can, but you know, it is what it is. And if it were perfect, it would be mass-made, not handmade. And even mass-made stuff is only correct to within certain allowances. Okay. That looks good. Now, I will not be backing mine, meaning whatever goes in this one will need to be tall enough to go through to the bottom. Whatever, and same here and same here. You could back yours and make little individual little pockets. For this one, I'm not going to do that. Okay, now where I punched the holes becomes my guide. So I'm going to line my ruler up and grab my X-Acto knife. You know what would, oh, I didn't think about this, but I should have punched the holes through the entire thing. All right, so bear with me. I'm going to go back and repunch my holes and try to get them the way they're supposed to be, because I do need them. Ooh, that isn't going to quite reach. I've got a quick fix for that, even though it's much more difficult to see. Gotta pull out the big crocodile. Okay. Now we're back in business. I'm still glad I did it that way because my holes are still more straight than they would have been otherwise. Okay, now we're going to use the ruler as our guide at the bottom of the hole. And I'm not cutting straight. Straight across to the bottom of the other hole. Okay, that one's good. Then go to the top. And do the same thing. And then your little inside piece just pops right out and you've got a slot. So I will fast forward this. I'm going to cut the other two. All right, so there we go. I have my, what I'm going to call ephemera slots cut. And what kind of little things should I put through there. I'm going to pause the video real quick while I find what I want to use for the tag pull. Okay, I've got this little piece of sari ribbon that I think I'll just put through the top of the tag, and I'm just going to staple it. Since I will be gluing the tag down, I don't need the extra bulk. And there, it'll stick out the top of, oh, that staple didn't. Anyway, the tag pull will stick out the top of the journal just a little bit. So that'll be nice. Okay. So I'm ready to glue down my tag. And actually, I want it to go on this side of the page. I need to leave at least 1/2 inch on my binding side. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna make a little mark. I'll erase it once I've got the tag in, assuming it can still be seen, just so I know don't go any farther to the right than that mark. Okay, so it will go on something like that. Now, you do not want glue underneath this except right along the bottom edge. You do not want any glue in here or any glue in here. So you can glue up the top all you want to. This probably would have been a little easier with Fabri-Tac. Okay, and you can go down the sides all you want to. But remember, only go across the very bottom. I'm actually going to go a little bit above my stitch line. Okay. I'll flip this over. And I see my 1/2 inch mark. I'm going to give everything a good press, but here I am pressing to the outside in case my glue gives any squish. With the art glitter glue, it's not real likely to, but you never know. Oh, it actually did squish a little bit. Okay, I might need to come back along this. Well, actually, now it's probably down as much as it will be because of the fabric. Let's just hold that for a second to give the art glitter glue a chance to grab down with that fabric there. Okay, and that is my tag page idea. And then of course, when you go, now you can put stuff here. And like I said, this will go all the way down to where your bottom glue line is. So you'd want to put a tallish something. Okay, maybe not 12 inches tall, but this will give you the idea. See, that's going to go all the way to the bottom. And then this one, oh, it's too wide. That one fit. That one ought to fit. Then that one. And then this one just has a short little. So that would be really good for just really small ephemera pieces to go in there. But you get the idea. Okay, so now I need to make I don't even know what to call it, but I have to use tags to make a tag or card idea. So I'm going to go back. I'm still using up my mineral oil papers, and I've got this little piece of scrapbook paper. I'm going to be making a pocket. Okay, and this is just a little tag that was in my little fussy cut box. I think it's a print from Antique Papery, but I think that will go just fine in this journal. Oh, I want my little reinforcer. And I need to cut her out. Now that the glue's had a chance to set up, let me cut off my excess paper. I wish I could remember what the substrate on this one was. Okay, so other than sewing around it, oops. Huh. It's really not necessary, but it makes me feel better. Other than sewing around it, there's my tag and my embellishment and my page idea, all with tags. So I hope everybody enjoyed that. And until I see you again, please be safe, happy crafting, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.